The confluence of economics and politics was one big topic tackled on day 2 of the CSAC 2012 Annual Meeting in Long Beach.
We had a fantastic speaker today, Ezra Klein. He has an economic blog. He's been on Bill Maher. He tried to explain what's wrong with the system. It's the way government operates by its own rules.
Something people say sometimes about the way the Senate works today, the way Congress works today, is that the Founding Fathers meant it to be this way. That, oh yeah, it may not work, it may be horrible, they may be ruining everything, they may have almost defaulted on the national debt for no reason during a time of elevated unemployment a year and a half after a major financial crisis. The American people might hate them, but presumably this is how the Founding Fathers wanted it. The Founding Fathers did discuss putting a supermajority requirement into the Congress. They talked about that. They thought, well, maybe we should, in order to make it harder to legislate, you require a 2/3 vote or a 3/5 vote or whatever to pass anything. They decided not to, and their reasoning for deciding not to is important to go through because it bears very directly on what's happening today. What I do want you to go away from this realizing, though, what is incontrovertibly true, is that the U.S. Congress works very differently today than it did at pretty much any other point in its history. The kind of comforting thing we tell ourselves sometimes that, oh, it's always been bad, it's always been frustrating, George Washington said something about cooling milk, and so that's all fine, don't worry about what's happening today. It's not true. This is a different institution than it used to be. A very different institution.
Well, the awards this morning was the Circle of Service Awards. We presented 13 awards to mainly supervisors, some staff that really rose above the call of duty. Everybody in county land works hard, electeds, non-electeds, but these went that extra mile, so to speak, and provided services above what the normal supervisor or staff does, and really was extremely beneficial to CSAC throughout the year.
Day 2 of the conference for California county officials also packed in a number of workshops on pension reform, water issues, and public safety realignment.
From the outpouring of support that we've gotten from these individuals, that we're really beginning to change the perception of government. What used to be seen, perhaps in the eyes of some, as law enforcement as enforcers or government as bureaucracies has really changed into, this was a helping hand this time. This time I got the services that I needed. It wasn't just the county developing services that were unique to the county, but it's developing services that are acutely unique to the individual.
At the CSAC 2012 Annual Meeting, I'm Gregg Fishman.